Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another segment of Hanging with the Boss Lady. I am your host, the Boss Lady herself, Cheryl Jones, aka that little old country girl. And I'm again honored and super excited to be able to share some more information with helping you to live your best life right now. I've been talking to you about breaking free of that comfort zone. But before we get started, I would like for you to just say the Lord's Prayer with me today, would you? Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you so much for that. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to make sure that you have a conversation with your Lord every day. Every day. Make sure that you reach out to Him, converse with Him, thank Him, and know this: He is always waiting to hear from you. He loves hearing from you. He wants to have a personal relationship with you because you are that important to him. So now we're going to get back to the talk of how you can break free of that comfort zone and the cage that it has you in so that you can resume living your best life. Listen, you were created to be awesome. You were not created to be like anyone else. And understand this: even though there are literally billions of people in the world, and many have the same gift, it could be the gift of playing a piano. However, everyone has their own style, everyone has their own interpretation. You could be blessed with the gift of singing, and you have your own style of singing. Even if it's in the same genre, you have your own style of doing whatever it is you have been blessed to do. You may have the gift of writing and you love to write books. Again, you have your own style, your own technique. Okay? We have been blessed to do many things, sometimes in the same category as other people. However, the fact that it comes from your mind and your interpretation and the way you see and feel, you always put your own spin on whatever it is that you do, and that makes it unique. But you have to do it. Do we encounter situations sometime that will cause us to want to back away? Of course. It's called lifing. And these situations and circumstances can be traumatic, can be problematic, can be, fearful, but we don't let it stop us. So I want to encourage you. I want to encourage you to bring that uniqueness to the table. Why? Because not only does it help with the development of the great person that you are, but someone somewhere will be encouraged by it, will be moved by it, okay, will help them to grow as well. And we always want to do what we can to help others, don't we? Yes, say yes. Yes, we do. So when you share the phenomenal gift that you have, regardless of what it is, understand that somebody will be moved by it, will be blessed by it, but they will never see it if you reside in the comfort zone. Okay? The book that you see here, The Great Escape, this is the continuation to Crippling Comforts. As I said before, many times you have to pull away from everyday events because of a situation, whatever it is that you may have encountered. And you may need to regroup, you may need to just rest, you may need to just get away, you know, from people, circumstances, whatever it is. But we have to remember that our stop should not be a stay. Okay, you may have to stop for a minute. Do not stay there. Do not get comfortable there because you will not grow there. You will not strive there. And once you have regrouped, make sure that you get back to work, get back to business. And when you do stop for temporarily, get the help that you might need to help you to get back. You might need to talk to a counselor. You might need to talk to a friend, someone who has a good ear. Sometimes you might need some advice, and sometimes you don't need advice at all. You just need to get it out of you. Okay, you may what for whatever it is that you have to do while you stop to get stronger. Make sure that even if you do the counseling and you talk to someone, you read a self-help book, along with that, pray. Okay, pray so that you can have the strength to get back into the race. Prayer changes things. Trust me. I am a living witness that prayer changes things. So after you prayed and you stopped and you get back to it, you know that there are certain steps that you have to take in order for you to get out of that comfort zone, especially if you have been in it for a length of time. There's some people who get into the comfort zone and they stay there for, months, weeks, years. Myself, I was in the comfort zone for years and I made excuses to stay there. And I would get invitations, not only invitations to attend events, I would get invitations to go out on dates. And I would say things like, oh no, I put my feelings on a shelf. It's not about me anymore. I'm just here to help my children. So I literally placed myself out of the game. I put myself away like I didn't matter, like I was non existent, and I ceased to thrive. But I thank God that He opened my eyes and let me realize that my comfort was crippling me. Yes, I felt safe in the walls of my home. I didn't want to venture out. I didn't want to connect. I didn't want to be a part of the society because I had become traumatized by a terrible event that occurred. But as I began to pray and He opened my eyes, He let me see that yes, it's comfortable, but who's going to ever see you? And all the gifts that I have, and I'm telling you, I have many gifts. I am a published author, I'm a gospel recording artist, I'm a playwright, and I'm a singer, and I do gospel stage plays. Okay. I do a lot of things. I've raised children, my children and my grandchildren. There are many, many things that I can do, but who will ever benefit from the gifts that I have if I choose to reside in the comfort zone? You know who? No one. And that is not the way God planned it. That's not the way He wants it to be. So, in order for us to have the great escape, there are lots of different things that we can use. There are a lot of tools that are available to us to help us break free of the comfort zone. And I'm going to talk about some of the chapters that's in this book. This book is so helpful. It's a journal actually. And this journal is so helpful. It is extremely helpful because it gets you thinking. It helps you to examine yourself. It puts you under the stethoscope, under the microscope, and it helps you look at yourself and you begin to see that there is more for you to do. It gets the wheels turning. It makes you say, well, maybe there is more for me to do. Maybe there is a way for me to be able to get back to life and have peace in my mind. And I believe that this book will help to open your eyes. I'm going to just talk to you from a couple of the chapters in here. Okay. This chapter is called How to Break Free of the Comfort Zone with Children. Okay. Comfort, comfort zone, comfort zone with children, comfort zone relationships. This book is a gold mine. Okay. Comfort zones and relationships. Let's talk about that one. More than half of the world's population looks forward to one day being in a happy, fulfilling relationship with their soulmate. Okay. Now, ladies, you know that growing up as little girls, we always think about that moment when Prince Charming is going to come and ride us off into the night on his big stallion and put a ring on our finger and we live happily ever after. And these little stories that we heard growing up put the picture and the thought in our mind that one day our true love was going to come and rescue us and take us away. Okay? But being in the perfect relationship requires much work and time, and not just in the beginning, but all during the middle if you want to reach an expected end of togetherness forever. What is that saying? Having wanting that relationship is absolutely on point. Everyone wants to be in a happy, beautiful relationship, but understand that you have to work at being in a relationship. You can't always just feel like someone is going to just come in and whisk you away. There are things that you have to do to acquire that relationship. And the one thing you have to do is be available. But if you're stuck in the comfort zone, how are you going to meet this one who is going to just bring so much peace and love and joy to your life? The courting process, impressing stage of a relationship should never end if you want to keep that healthy, loving attention of your significant other. And that's talking about when you're in this relationship, you can't just get comfortable. Okay. Once you meet and you have this whirlwind, love at first sight, and they just make your heart beat and you're together, you do have that thing now. All of a sudden, you're going to just stop what you did to attract their attention? No. In order for you to get into that relationship, there's something you have to do. Just like they're doing something to get your attention, you have to make sure you get their attention, but you want to keep their attention. You don't want to, do the proverbial put the sweats on and sit in front of the couch with the popcorn bowl and the remote in your hand. But now, these days, it's not the remote. Now it's sitting on the couch with the popcorn bowl with your phone, scrolling through all of your different apps and social medias for hours on end, and you're not doing what it takes to keep them. Whatever it took to get them, it's going to take that and more to keep them. And you have to not jump into the comfort zones like, okay, I got my man now, there's nothing else for me to do. Wrong, wrong. There's more to do if you want to keep them. When you allow yourself to become comfortable living in a routine existence, you will notice the gradual absence of romance and interest in one another. You have to keep the love alive. You cannot allow yourself to just get comfortable and play complacent in your relationship. And this book helps to dive into that. Okay. If you want to have that wonderful relationship last for years and years and years without infidelity and indifference coming in to uh, make the love cold, you have to work at it. And this book helps you to go through some steps of the things to keep the wheels rolling. Okay. Speaking of relationships, the relationships that you are in is not only between your significant other, your male or your female partner, um, it's also with your children. That is a very important relationship that you have to make sure that you work hard at. Listen to what The Great Escape talks about with relationships with your children and being in the comfort zone. Children have been called many things: a gift from God, little blessings, little monsters, little headaches. Yes, those of us that have children know that there's a whole gambit of different things that you can call them because they go through so many different stages, okay? And the list goes on and on. But whatever you may call them, one thing is for sure: they fill up your life. They really do. From the moment they are conceived, they begin altering your plans. Yeah, it changes everything. You no longer are a single entity. You are now a parent. And with that comes great responsibility. The beauty of parenting is you get to help mold an innocent, dependent child into a responsible, independent adult who then ventures out to live their own lives. What an awesome, awesome job we have. We are actually helping to mold a life. Do you know? I know you know, but have you really thought about the ramifications of what has been placed in our hands to do? Okay, to mold a person, to teach them about life and how to be able to live that life on their own without us one day. But now here's the rub. What about when a parent becomes so comfortable being a parent, they don't want to move on? When that child first comes, all you want to do is hug them and kiss them and keep them close and protect them. But as time goes on and the years go on, and they go from infant to toddler to adolescent to teen to young adult, during these different stages, we have to change our view of our children. They are no longer our babies, okay? They are now adults. But some people want to hold on. They don't want to let them go. They want to forever be a parent. They want to forever keep them close and take care of them and support them. And in those instances, I don't know how many people might take what I'm going to say as offensive, but I'm not saying it to be offensive. There is something that we can have that will forever be our child, our baby, and that is a pet, a cat, a dog, a bird. I don't know, whatever your fancy is. That you will always have to feed. You will always have to care for. But your child grows, and one day you must clip the wings. You cannot be so comfortable with forever being the parent of that child that you will not let them grow. Why? Because life is waiting for that child. That child has bountiful experiences and opportunities waiting for them. But if you get comfortable, if you get comfortable always being the parent and they're your baby, first, at one point, you're just telling them, okay, it's time for you to get your clothes together, change your laundry, clean your room. But now you are telling them, no, you can't talk to this girl and they're 29. You're telling them about relationships. You're telling them, who they can and can not associate with, and they're 36. Okay, then it comes to the point where, you know, they go out and they begin to live their life and they bring their life home to you. And now you are supporting them and their significant other because you just still want to be a parent instead of cutting the wings, cutting the cord, and letting them go and live their life because you're just comfortable with it. You like the way it feels. You like being in charge. You like dictating. You like overseeing. There comes a time when you have to let them go. And now it says when you just want to be a forever parent, now, it says, but what about when a parent becomes so comfortable being just a parent, they don't want to move on. And now, not only are you comfortable being a forever parent, here's the sad part. And now your child is now more comfortable being a forever dependent child. Who wins? The Great Escape. Make sure you get the book. It's available on Amazon. There are many questions in here that you can ask yourself that will help you open your eyes and see, am I stuck in a place of my own choosing? Have I allowed myself to just hunker down, take root, and not grow? To just exist and not thrive? There is so much for you in your life and in this world, and for those that are connected to you. And this can go not only with your children, it can go with anyone you are surrounded with. If you are used to just always taking care of and monitoring, you don't let people move on and say, I've been doing it so long, this is all I know. No more. Do more. Be more. You are worth it. You are a wonderful person. And there is much, much in store for you, and great things are waiting for you, and many, many people are waiting to receive the greatness that you have to give. but you will never be able to share it in the comfort zone. I hope that this has helped someone today, and make sure that you get the book, Crippling Comforts and the Great Escape. It's available on Amazon. And I'm going to let you get back to your day. And I pray that you have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much for sharing time with me. Would you please do me a favor? Hit that like button. Make sure that you share this podcast with everyone you know and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe. I would be so grateful. Thanks again for sharing with me. And until we meet again, may the Lord God bless you real good. Boss Lady out.